with more as the torches head toward the stack. You stay with us. We will take a look at the torches as they get set to move in. I guess we will hold it right here for a moment, Don, as we're getting set for them to move on. It'll take a couple minutes for them to get to the stack, but we want to make sure we catch them coming in.
Well, the torches are lit. They're right on time tonight. They're going to be marching down here from the red pots, which they are the people who are in charge. Those are the students with the red helmets. That's why they're called red pots. And they are coordinating building this bonfire, and of course they get the privilege of lighting it. And those torches that you see on camera now are held by the red pots and by the drum majors of the Fighting Texas Aggie Band, which will be coming along here in just any second now. They have lit the torches, and they're going to march around this stack, this huge stack, which is 55 feet high, with those torches. And after they've been around 3 times, they'll throw those torches up there, and you'll see the biggest fire you've ever seen.
Let's talk a little bit about the history of this event. This is actually celebrating 80 years. 1909 was the first year there was a bonfire. 1963 there was none in honor of the, or I guess in remembrance actually, of President Kennedy, who had been assassinated just not too long before. But it's been a tradition that started as a trash fire basically, and now is quite an engineering feat.
That's correct. It did start as a trash fire. When they got to into 1936 was the first time that they actually used logs for it, and they have used logs for it ever since. They put a center pole there, which is like a telephone pole spliced together to give you that 55 feet height, and they stack these logs around it. You see the torches going ahead now, and notice the red pots out there in front with the torches. They're being followed by the yell leaders and followed by the Fighting Texas Aggie Band. The Fighting Texas Aggie Band, the bugle rank, which are the seniors on the front row, have got the white helmets on, and you can hear the music now, and they're leading them towards the bonfire.
As a matter of fact, Don, we've actually got the best vantage point we've had because of the change in direction of the march in. People are getting a real good shot at home as they march toward the stack.
And you can hear everybody sing. They're playing the Aggie War Hymn, which is the fight song of this school. And let me say, I've got the band director here as the band comes by, Colonel Ray Toller, who is the director of the Fighting Texas Aggie Band, and he's in his first year at Aggie Land. Colonel Toller, we're so glad to have you on the platform today, too.
Thank you, Don.
You see your band going by there. They've got white helmets on the bugle rank, and what a great band.
Thank you. We're just, this is such a great tradition and a great honor for us to be here, and we're just really excited about this.
I guess you're a fish. They call freshmen around here a fish, and this is your first year.
This is it.
Fish Toller.
I am Fish Toller, that's true.
Well, has it been an exciting year?
It's been a great year, Don. We've just had a great time. The band has really worked hard, and as they always do, but as one might say, they made me look good this year.
Well, how do you get in the Texas Aggie Band? How does someone, if they wanted to be a member of the Fighting Texas Aggie Band?
Well, if they want to be in the band, they need to have been in our high school band, have had some marching and playing experience, and they join the Corps when they come here to be at A&M, and we take them into the band as well.
You mentioned the Corps. That's the Corps of Cadets.
Corps of Cadets, yes, sir.
A full-time military organization on campus.
That's right, and the band is an organization within the Corps, and we all live together in the dorm 11 here on the quad, and it's just a regular military-style outfit.
Well, speaking of military, you spent quite a bit of time in the military yourself.
I did. I had almost 23 years in the Air Force, and wonderful years. We had a great career in the Air Force.
You got a great drill worked out for tomorrow?
Oh, I think so. I think people will enjoy it quite well.
And you're going to go to a bowl game your first year here?
Yes, sir. Go out to the John Hancock Bowl, and we're excited about that.
You and RC both in the first year have had a good season.
That's right. Our fish years, it's been wonderful to be on the same team with RC.
Colonel, we're glad you're here, and we wish you many more years of success in the Fighting Texas Aggie Band.
Thank you, Don. Enjoy it.
Good to see you. Greg, looks like they're getting ready to go around the stack now.
They're marching around, and of course, once they get it lit, you'll have an opportunity to chat with the bonfire advisor. In fact, I guess he's already in place, so let's let him talk to you while we're watching the fire be lit.
I've got Bill Kibler here, who is in the Vice President for Student Services office, and his main function now is as the bonfire advisor.
That's correct.
Bill, how long have you been being the bonfire advisor?
This is my 7th bonfire as the advisor.
Your 7th bonfire. I notice you've got your helmet here.
That's right.
You've got red pots out there. You've got a gray pot. Is that because you've got gray hair, or?
No, that's just the color it was. It's sort of a silver. So
Oh, it's a silver pot.
there really is
Excuse me.
no official color for the advisor.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, can you tell us a little bit about what's happening right now?
Right now, the red pots, the yell leaders, and the drum majors are marching around the stack with the torches, followed by the band. They'll go around 2 times, then the band will move back into place, and then in just a couple of minutes, they'll throw the torches on and light it.
I see there's a structure on top of the bonfire. What? Can you tell me about how that got up there?
Well, that's called an outhouse.
An outhouse?
In the old days, they used to go out and procure one from the countryside, but for the last many years, the band actually builds that structure. It's special made just to go on top of the stack.
Kind of difficult to find an outhouse these days.
That's right.
I understand they used to refer to that as the University of Texas Tea Room.
That's one of the nicknames it has. That's correct. So that's why it's painted orange. It represents the University of Texas.
I noticed some city limit signs on this, said Austin on it. Those surely are not taken from the highway department, are they?
No, they're specially made. We have the city sign department that makes them just for us. That's why they look so authentic, but if you read them carefully, you'll realize that they have some kind of unique numbers on them. They're specially made for the red pots to put on the stack.
Well, this bonfire is quite a sight to see. Those people that are home that have not seen it in person cannot believe what we see here tonight. There's probably 40, maybe 50,000 people here.
At least.
On this field, which is known as Duncan Field. It's the area right behind the Corps of Cadets dormitories. But everybody works on the bonfire, not just the Corps of Cadets.
That's true. We have students from the entire student body that work on the bonfire, literally thousands of them throughout the fall.
How long has the work actually been taking place on the bonfire?
Bonfire is a year-round project, but the actual work of cutting the wood and building the stack takes about 2 months. So we began in early October.
In early October?
Yes.
And we actually put the center pole up.
The center pole was put up right at the beginning of November, so it's been up about a month.
It's quite a feat to get all of this done. The students have got to go to class and they've got to do all this at the same time. You make sure everybody gets in the right amount of time in class and the right amount of time on the bonfire, right?
Well, class is a very high priority, and so it's important for the students to balance their time, and they do a good job of that.
Well, this is a unique situation. It looks like the torches are being thrown in the bonfire now, and there it goes up, and it's quite a sight to see. A 55-foot-tall stack of logs, symmetrically designed.
That's correct.
So that it has a teepee effect to it. The people are going to start moving back. As you can see on camera now, that's quite a bit of heat coming from that bonfire.
Yeah, it'll scorch your face if you're too close.
That's right. We can feel we're a considerable distance. I'd say that we're a city block away from the bonfire right now, and you can feel the heat right now.
Yes, yes.
You can see that bonfire from miles away. And there's not another school that has anything like this that I know of.
No, there are a lot of universities that have bonfires, but most of them are sort of trash fires that are thrown together.
We just heard a loud bang. Can you tell us about that?
That's the cannon from the Corps of Cadets that the cab brings in.
They have a cannon that they parade at all the football games, and they fire it when we score a touchdown. They fire it to start the ball games. They fire it to start parades. And they fire it to start this bonfire off.
That's correct.
Well, that's a tremendous fire. It looks like it's going to be, everybody's going to be proud of this bonfire because it's really blazing. You can see the outhouse up there catching on fire now.
It's beautiful. There's no wind tonight, hardly at all, and so it's burning straight up. It really looks good.
Don, if I could ask you to ask a question regarding what helps ignite this fire. Obviously, it's not just the logs.
Yeah, Bill, how come it went up in smoke, went up in fire so quick?
Well, every year after it's built, we have the fire training school comes in, and they actually pump fuel on the fire to help get it started.
Now, you mentioned the fire training school. That's a part of Texas A&M.
Part of the Texas A&M University system.
They train firemen from throughout the country.
That's correct. And so they bring a fuel truck out, and they will pump, for instance, tonight they pumped about 200 gallons of fuel. They just sort of spray it on the fire just to help get it started.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you coming on and give us some information about that. We're going to take a little break now while the fire is burning before we start the yell practice here. We're going to have a Fighting Texas Aggie yell practice, and everybody across the land can find out what it's like to be a Texas Aggie. So we'll be right back live with the bonfire from Texas A&M.